let's look at some strategies that we might use to add. If you're adding a bunch of numbers on paper, you're probably using an algorithm, either our standard algorithm that involves regrouping, borrowing and carrying, or maybe you like drawing a lattice, or maybe you even add from right to left. But if you're trying to add in your head, those are all pretty cumbersome to try and do if you don't have pencil and paper in front of you. So if we're adding in our head, there's some strategies that a lot of people use, and you'll see a lot of kids use these also. First one we'll call compensation. Suppose I want to add 28 plus 45. It's nicer to add numbers that end in 0, so I really wish this was a 30. So I'm gonna make it a 30. But the thing is, if I put 30 plus 45, that's a totally different question than the one I started with. So I have to compensate for the fact that I made this number bigger by making my other number smaller by the same amount. I added 2 to the 28 to make it this nice round 30, but now I'm going to have to take 2 away from 45 to compensate for that. But now I have two numbers, one of them ends in 0. Those are nice and quick to add together. My mom thinks she's bad at math. If you talk to her for any length of time, she'd probably tell you that, but I'm here to tell you my mom is not bad at math because she does this all the time and she can do it out loud. I was nothing but amazed by that when I was younger. I get it now. But so the overall idea of compensation is that I'm going to make one number nicer, and then to compensate, I have to do the opposite to my other number. Here's another strategy. The leading digit. This is going to look a lot like adding from right to left, but without the paper. We'll keep those same numbers, 28, 45. We know how it's going to turn out. The idea with leading digit is I'm going to add the tens first. So I'm going to say 20 plus 40. I can do that. And then 8 plus 5. I can do that in my head too. And then we'll add the two totals together. We did get the same thing. That's always a good sign. So we're adding each place individually, making sure we keep all the important zeros as placeholders, and then adding the results together for leading digit. One more. This one we'll call break and bridge. We'll stick with the same numbers, 28 plus 45. In break and bridge, I'm going to keep the first number as it is and break the second one into its place value parts. So this is 28 plus 40, just keeping the tens place there, and then I'll add on the 5 later. So I broke 40 into 40, or I broke 45 into 40 plus 5. Well, this is, I can do this quickly because 40 ends in 0. This is 68 plus 5, and then that's just single digit addition. 68 plus 5 is 73. If I'm adding up scores for a test, say, this is what I do. I go 28 plus 40 is 68, and then add on the ones place. So you can think about which ones of these you use when you're adding in your head.